Just like the title says of this video, it should not be John Cena. What does that mean? I have two notes right here, two pages of notes. I'll talk about this in a second, alright? But I'm at work today, and it's slow as shit. Nobody came in, it was slow, it was boring, no sales, no customers. Sat in the office of my job, and I'm thinking, what am I going to talk about for Off The Script? Because there's not a lot of news this weekend. So, why not talk about Night of Champions? And the one thing that's been on everybody's mind, the WWE Championship situation. You got John Cena, you got Brock Lesnar, and you got the WWE Championship at Night of Champions. The one match that WWE, built up more than anything regarding this pay-per-view. It seems like it's the only match on the pay-per-view, the way WWE has built this pay-per-view. But it is the one thing people are going to be talking about, because I just have a feeling WWE is going to make a colossal error. They're going to make a mistake. They're going to fuck something up this weekend, and people are going to be pissed, including me. But we're going to talk about John Cena, Brock Lesnar, and Night of Champions. And I know I've discussed this many times. It should not be Cena. I know I mentioned this quite a few times. John Cena doesn't deserve a rematch. I don't give a shit if you have storyline, rematch clauses. It's just an absolute disgrace that WWE relies on booking TV and writing storylines based on, important storylines, mind you, based on a rematch clause stipulation. I hate it. I hate it. And I really wish they did something different going into Night of Champions. And the way Vince McMahon is booking John Cena, I'm not gonna come on here and, spew hate at John Cena. I respect John Cena for what he is, man. I love the WWE. I love wrestling in general. I respect what John Cena does for the company. I respect what he does outside the ring. I respect what John Cena does inside the ring. He knows what he's doing, all right? He's only doing what he's being told, all right? His promos, what he does in the ring, he's only doing what he's being told, okay? You can't blame that on the guy. But if things go the way I think they're going to go on Sunday, there's going to be a big problem. So we're going to talk about that, and afterwards, you guys are going to discuss it in the comment section, all right? First off, I want to talk about John Cena and Brock Lesnar at Extreme Rules a couple of years back. Great fucking match. One of the most realistic matches I think I've ever seen John Cena in his entire career. We expected that with Brock Lesnar because he just came from UFC. We know he's the toughest guy on the fucking face of the earth. But the match that he had with John Cena really, really resonates with me even today. Great match. Probably the match of the year when it did happen. John Cena was in the fight of his life. And one punch saved John Cena's life. That match. He punched Brock Lesnar with brass knucks, I believe, and got the win over Brock Lesnar. Second match takes a couple of years in the making. Lesnar now defeated The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He is now the 1 in 21-1. Goes on, and it was typical, it was predictable, and it happened. But we didn't expect it to happen in the way that it did. Brock Lesnar is the new WWE Champion at Summerslam. Destroyed John Cena like he was the Brooklyn Brawler, like he was Doink the Clown, like he was some jobber on the WWE roster. And 16 suplexes later, was crowned the WWE Champion. The first match was great, like I said, but the second was okay. It wasn't better than their first, but it was more memorable than the one at Extreme Rules because of the way it ended, because of what transpired in that ring. Sunday is going to be the third match. Now these guys are tied 1-1. If you're following the statistics, John Cena got 1 win at Extreme Rules. Brock Lesnar got 1 win at SummerSlam. So they're tied 1-1. The way WWE is going with Lesnar's reworked deal and the new dates that they added on his contract, I would not be surprised if this match ends in some screw job and we get a fourth match at Hell in the Cell, inside a cell, all right? I would not be surprised. But the reason you gave Brock Lesnar the WWE title, outside of the obvious reasons, main one being the Undertaker streak, is because he is the one world champion. You you have right now that you can treat completely differently. And that's a good thing. You can't book Brock Lesnar like the prototypical WWE champion. Brock Lesnar is different. He's a different kind of fucking animal. And that's good for WWE. I don't think the WWE sees that. Alright? He's not your prototypical WWE champion. He's a top guy. If he wasn't WWE champion, he'd still be a top guy just because he is Brock Lesnar. But he is Brock Lesnar, he's a top guy, and he's a top guy based on his name, his size, his speed, his athletic ability. There will never be another Brock Lesnar ever again. Plain and simple. There will never be another Brock Lesnar. Lesnar works 12 to 15 dates a year before the new reworked contract. I don't know how many dates he's going to be working now, but according to the dirt sheets, it's whenever WWE wants to use him. I don't know what that's going to cost them, but before that, he was working 12 to 15 dates a year, which included Monday Night Raw and pay-per-view. You have something special, Vince. You hear me? You probably don't hear me. I'm just fucking talking like you do. But you have something special in Brock Lesnar right now that's going to enhance the product. He's got the WWE Championship. He's holding the most the most prized possession, the top prize in the industry right now is around his waist, all right? Something that hasn't been treated all too well in the past. It's been passed around like a hot potato. It hasn't really, had that kind of mystique and importance as it did back in the early 90s. It's not the same championship, all right? Brock Lesnar is going to enhance the product only because of who he is, and now he's going to enhance the product even further because he is the WWE champion, all right? He is a marquee name, all right? You got to keep this in mind as well. He's a marquee name that if anyone steps in the ring with him, whether it be a Randy Orton, a Bray Wyatt, a fucking Dean Ambrose, Seth Rollins, Cesaro, Sheamus, the fucking guy sitting 4th row, 3rd seat, I don't know. If I stepped into the ring with Brock Lesnar, I would be just as important as anyone else in the top of the card on WWE TV. All right? Why? Because you'd be staring right across at that fucking beast named Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar is only going to enhance the talent as well because of who he is. Anyone who steps in the ring with him is going to be that much more important because he is Brock Lesnar. All right? I see this rematch with John Cena as a complete waste of fucking time. It's a waste of Lesnar's time. All right? Cena and Lesnar now are tied 1-1. If you look at their last 2 matches, SummerSlam, and what happened in that match with the 16 German suplexes, okay? Whatever happened in that match, it should have been such an exclamation point, all right, that Cena should have never and could never be built back up to championship material as long as Lesnar is the WWE champion. Rematch clauses, and I said this in the beginning. Rematch clauses and the idea of rematches and the fucking stipulations in the contract, oh, I'm granted a rematch, that is such a lazy way to produce storylines and progression of angles on WWE TV. Answer me this question. Why does Cena? Why? Think back to what happened at SummerSlam. Why, logically, does Cena deserve a fucking rematch at Night of Champions? Why? He doesn't deserve a rematch. He deserves a rematch because champions, or should I say ex-champions, losers. Do losers deserve a shot at redemption? There is no redemption following SummerSlam. There is no way after SummerSlam WWE Creative can book redemption, logically. If Cena was destroyed in the manner he was, okay, mind you, he wasn't injured, he was healthy. A healthy John Cena. If Cena was destroyed in the manner he was, healthy, what makes you believe things will or should be different at Night of Champions? It's illogical. I'm not saying Cena can never have another rematch at the WWE Championship. I'm not saying John Cena can't have a rematch against Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. But the rematch shouldn't have been immediately following SummerSlam at the next pay-per-view. It should not have been at Night of Champions. It's not realistic, and it's a waste of a Lesnar appearance. You have to pay him because you have no other ways to book your programming because you aren't that creative, WWE. You're out of ideas. Oh, let's book Cena and Lesnar in a rematch at Night of Champions. That's what people want to see. Not this fan. I don't want to see it. I've seen it once already. I've seen the end-all, be-all at SummerSlam. Why do I want to see John Cena and Lesnar again? Think about that. Can you logically see another human being? And I know this is WWE, it's scripted programming, but at some point there has to be some kind of realism to it. John Cena was destroyed. What makes you think things are going to be different at Night of Champions? It can't. There's no way you can book that match to make any sense on Sunday. Zero. Lesnar should be built in the manner that we all have expected it to be, okay? Lesnar is so simple to book. Build guys up for him to knock down, all right? Sheamus and Cesaro are two names that I mentioned on Off the Script a lot lately. I'm a big fan of Sheamus's work lately, all right? You know, even before this whole Cesaro thing, he's been putting on very, very good TV matches, man. He had a few with Bray Wyatt. He had some with Cesaro. Sheamus has been doing his thing, man. I think he would be great competition for Brock Lesnar. Sheamus can fight and he can take a beating. Why not book that match? It's something different. It's something fresh. And it all adds to the Brock Lesnar mystique, okay? Lesnar is supposed to be the untouchable god in WWE. Nobody's going to fucking knock him down. Line these guys up, have Lesnar knock them down. Cesaro's another one. Why wouldn't Cesaro be great competition for Brock Lesnar? I don't understand why WWE doesn't go ahead and book that. You know? Cesaro could be built up again. Book Cesaro vs. Lesnar. Have Lesnar knock him down. What about Orton? Orton, someone who's been rumored for months as a challenger for Lesnar in the dirt sheets. Oh, Lesnar versus Randy Orton is planned, blah, blah, blah. It would even make sense, man. It would make sense. It would also erase months of Orton being pushed aside and would give him something meaningful to do. It would also tie into the storyline that he's been proclaiming to the authority that he still has not been granted his rematch from WrestleMania. And there's that rematch clause. That's just an easy out for WWE. But it's already been said. Why not follow up with that on WWE TV and grant Orton his rematch, okay? Orton is the only top-level guy right now. Excluding Bryan, who's hurt, excluding Punk, who's not there anymore. Orton is the only top-level guy right now, and Roman Reigns is not there, and probably will never be there in my eyes. Orton is the only top-level guy named, not named John Cena. He's the only top-level guy not named John Cena that would be something fresh as a challenger when it goes, when it comes to Brock Lesnar, all right? Now back to Cena. I believe he should be booked in an opposite manner. Fuck this Superman shit, man. WWE should be booking John Cena completely opposite of the shit they've been force-feeding us for the last 11 years. Make him look weak. Make him try and rebuild his confidence. That's something I would invest my time in, man. Let me see the struggle of John Cena so desperately trying to get back to that greatness. And when he finally gets back to that greatness, then maybe he has a legit shot at challenging Brock Lesnar, man. Then maybe he'll deserve a rematch against the Beast, Brock Lesnar. But until then, you're not going to convince me why John Cena deserves the WWE Championship rematch when it comes to this Sunday's match. I want to see a weak Cena. I want to see something, that I can sink my teeth into when it comes to John Cena. Right now, you can't. Cena's stale, Cena's boring, and you can't really blame him. This is all Vince McMahon. Vince McMahon is telling him what to do. He's going out there to do it. He's a product of Vince McMahon, and we really can't put blame on John Cena for that. But I would like to see that. Make him look weak. Make him try and rebuild his confidence after being fucking destroyed by Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar did things to him that no one ever in WWE history has done to John Cena. You're telling me a man's confidence is not going to be broken after that? Come on, man. That's hard to fucking believe. That is hard to believe. Then, when he rebuilds his confidence, he might be ready for Lesnar. Having Lesnar and Cena go back and forth only tells me WWE is clueless as to how to use Brock Lesnar. It also tarnishes the mystique that is the Beast Incarnate. Everything I discussed today in this video is logic. It makes sense. It's simple. It does not need 20 creative writers to come up with a storyline for Brock Lesnar and John Cena. It took one guy to come up with these ideas. Me at work today came up with this idea. I'm sitting in front of this microphone, in front of this camera, telling you how to book Brock Lesnar and John Cena. Brock Lesnar going forward and John Cena as a new fucking character, a new dimension to John Cena. Will we see it? No. Because I'm on here and I'm a fan and I'm telling you what I think WWE should be doing. They're going to do what they want to do. And we have no voices, man. We're just regular people on YouTube discussing how to make the WWE better than it is right now. All right? I don't need 20 creative writers, man. I'm one guy, and I came up with something that I can sink my teeth into. I wish the WWE would think the same way as I do. Instead of the rematches that we always get at this time, leading into Hell in a Cell, man, it's fucking boring. Some of the most boringest shit, some of the most uninspired garbage I think I've ever seen leading into Hell in a Cell, man. Instead of getting the rematches that we always get this time leading into Hell in a Cell, go back to the thought of simple is best. At this point, I don't know who's going to walk out of Night of Champions on Sunday as the WWE Champion. I wouldn't be surprised to see this continue on for another month. And I also wouldn't be surprised to see Cena, in typical McMahon fashion, walk away as the WWE Champion. I could see them go both ways if they wanted to. But I have a distinct feeling in my gut that John Cena is going to win the WWE Championship. I don't know why, but I just do. I think the WWE is scared. I think the WWE is afraid. And they don't feel confident when John Cena is not WWE Champion. That has to change. All right? But all I know is if you're looking at Lesnar, if you're looking at John Cena, if you're looking at Night of Champions, simple is best. John Cena should not be the one to take down Brock Lesnar. John Cena should not be the WWE Champion. John Cena should not be granted a rematch on Sunday at Night of Champions. That's it. That's what I got to say about that. If you guys enjoyed, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Please go check out all the links in the description as well. If you missed Off the Script last weekend, links are down below. Chairshot Reality, LeBar, Eisenberg, and Ghoulish. Their homepage, ToWrestleZone.com, is linked down below as well. They also have exclusive that you're not going to see anywhere else material going on their YouTube page. Go and check them out on YouTube. Subscribe. Tell them JD from NY sent you. I love those guys. They spread the reality that is the wrestling business. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they got new episodes for you guys, so make sure to go check that out. And as always, Joe Cronin. Links to his Twitter and YouTube page will be linked down below. I might have a podcast with him up on Saturday. Night of Champions preview and predictions with JD and Joe Cronin, our third podcast. I will let you guys know on Twitter if you're not following me at JD from NY 206. All right, this is JD, guys. I'm out. Let me know what you think down below of what I talked about regarding Night of Champions and Brock Lesnar and the entire WWE Championship situation. And I'll see you guys on Saturday for Off the Script Part 2. Until then, take care, have a good night, and I'll talk to you all very soon.